Hi guys, so I'm back with the second set of layout number 2 for the Mini Kit Monday 4 for 4 series. That's this one right here. And wouldn't you know it, I finished the double page layout of the second set here, and I noticed that I forget to include the small dark leaf, or the small leaf in the dark background. Not for lack of want or because I couldn't fit it in. I did want to put it in. I had an idea for it to go in, and I set it over to my left hand side, and that's usually where I set things aside, not set things to use, which is in my kit over here. And I probably would have had it incorporated into the layout. I wanted to do a cheat and maybe cut a piece of a tag and add that to the top of the 2 shaker card bits, but I'm going to go ahead and do something that I've seen Janet do in her videos. She's talked about this 4for4 series before. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you all, I implore you to go and check it out. She has several of these, and she says that whatever you don't use, like this is a remnant from my first layout, I want to incorporate both of these, maybe both of these, maybe for sure this, because I want to use it. And then this, you can, whatever's left over or whatever you didn't use can go over to another either layout or a card. So I'm going to go ahead and use that on this second set. And even though I'm using 2 different sets for this layout, this is layout number 2 still technically. So I'm going to go ahead and use it in this set as well as this one. I'm going to do a bit of a cheat with this piece of paper because I do want to mat my photograph, and that's one of the things I am going to do here right at the beginning, because I'm going to cut off a piece of the photograph so that I could mat my photograph with this. And I think I'm going to do it in the white and then do it in this color. So I am using it to mat my photograph, but I am also going to use it on the layout itself. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on fast forward. I didn't mean to not use this. I really wanted it to use up. I wanted to use it the way that it's intended to, and somehow it just got lost in the mix on this side of my desk. So that's the dangers of having a messy desk right now. I'm kind of in between wanting to get videos done, but also I've had organizing and mainly cleaning off my desk for a while, especially all the things that are underneath it. I have several boxes that are full of papers, and I want to go ahead and get that cleaned out, and it's just something that's been on my mind lately, and I haven't been able to because of the fact that I am trying to get videos out. I've been doing pretty good. I've been pretty consistent with it, and so I don't want to mess that up. But yeah, it hasn't been something. It's been something that I'm just going to go ahead and mat this with this. I don't know that I want to do this because this is really thin and flimsy. I could probably cut it this small and then mat it with this, and that wouldn't be a problem. Anyway, I'll be back with the matted paper, and then we'll go ahead and get started with the layout. I'll see you in a little bit. So I went ahead and matted the photograph in white, and then I also used that 6x6 from the Target paper that I was supposed to use. And really, there are no rules. Janet has said this before in her 4for4 series, and also general with scrapbooking. So I did start off with this paper as the background page or the base page, and I didn't want to, I was just playing it first. I didn't think that this was going to be a problem to use this embossed polka dot turquoise teal type of paper until I started putting all the other elements on top of the page. It felt like it washed out the photograph. My brother and sister are having dinner for their anniversary day, and the contrast between the bright color and it's just stark. I think it was just too stark, and so I decided that as soon as I got those 5 hearts on the left-hand side, I decided that that's not the paper that I wanted to use. And I was a little bit unsure of this blue floral in front of the daisy paper, or backing the blue floral as my entire background page. So I do use, or I try to use, a lot of the Jen Hadfield stickers that are in this sticker book, or it's either Jen Hadfield or that journal sticker from Crate Paper, Journal Studio sticker book from Crate Paper. And I think it ends up being Jen Hatfield. Anyway, I go through both at any rate, and I decide to take this plaid green and uh, also add it to my layout because it is part of the um, layout formula, if you will, for this layout. Except I wanted to make it scalloped. I think for me, this is a goal. This is one of those layout pages that happens quickly. That is a very easy go-to, but it's one of those things that are like a double-edged sword because you want to kind of go out of your comfort zone and do quote unquote different looking type of layouts. But I think that there's a line where you don't want to get too um I mean, we enjoy the craft, but we don't have to get too serious about it either. So here I am using that small dark leaf to come back to the scrapbooking. I am using that 6x6 small leaf with the dark background, and I decided to leave a landing place for the title. I had already had that in mind once I had started putting my elements together and decided that that is where my title would go, especially knowing that I had already set aside a title, not a title, a letter sheet aside. So here you see me pointing out that I had lined the scalloped border with a white gel pen, a Sakura white gel pen. And I was doing the same to both sides of that border just because I know that it gives it a very nice landing place for the rest of the it makes it a nice solid foundation page. And I'm adding all of these elements. I cut out a lot of the times where I was just playing around with the elements of the layout. As I said, I do go through the sticker books a lot for this layout, and I did find several little touches that I enjoyed doing. Since I brought in that white Sakura pen for the borders, I decided that I wanted to bring in the pen a little bit more, and so I decided to outline the hearts as well. So once I finished outlining the hearts, I decided that I wanted to make them dimensional, and let me tell you that sticky thumb tape runner is good, except that if you get it on your page and you smudge it, it just becomes a horrendous mess. I tried so hard to salvage it, and I was working over my stuff. Lord forbid that I use any other, clean out a little piece to work outside of my layout and not smudge it at all. And so I did it again and I smudged another little piece, but I ended up salvaging it and being able to erase most of it off, at least to the point where it's not noticeable. And I decided to put the hearts down in dimension with some dimension, and yeah, they look great. I like that little, once I put those hearts, then everything seemed to come together a little bit faster. So here you saw that I did glue the elements together, and I did find a calendar sheet that said October in the sticker book. So I decided to put it over that card the 2 and 2 card that I found from a cut apart sheet from the Dear Lizzie. It's one of the Dear Lizzie collections. The jar with the heart is from the Lucky Charm, and then the green rosette is something that I had done like in June or July, and it's just been hanging out on my desk, and miraculously it all kind of came together, especially because the small leaf with the dark background, it has several colors, including the turquoise and the green, and I love that the two florals go well together because of the fact that they're in different sizes. So here you see that I have several daisies jumping from left to right on the hearts. I added those from the sticker book, and also next to the number 2 on the top left corner of the photograph, and also on the bottom right hand side. I did color my letters with some Copics, and I added some pearls on either end of the title. And what you don't see in the process is that I glue 5 on the top right and the bottom left hand corner, and you'll see them in the close-ups as well. Then I sprinkle it with Heidi Swap Color Shine in gold, and that is the end of my layout. I do like how I matted everything in this yellow to bring out the yellow
flowers in the blue pattern paper. So I hope you enjoy this video. Don't forget to check out the other ladies' videos. I will try and get the rest of these 4x4 layouts out as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to leave me a comment. We'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye!